Field in Lubbock, Texas, as we get ready for a doubleheader today. 7th-ranked Oklahoma State
up with Kendall Fritz for the second time in 2 seasons. They had a 12-run first inning.
At Oklahoma State starting lineup, 5-game losing streak. For the, Becker had her 22-game hitting streak snapped in the series finale loss at Texas. A drive to deep left center field. Ariana Villa right in front of the fence. All Big 12 second teamer last season. Fritz did not get the benefit of the doubt. So now a full count pitch and a bouncing ball towards Alana Barraza. She'll take care of it, 2 away.
Well, you talk
Oklahoma State program, the active Division I leader in games played. Another full count pitch on the way from Kendall Fritz, and it swung on and missed. 1, 2, 3 go the Cowgirls in the top of the first inning.
Used sparingly here through the second half of the season by Coach Gajewski. Only her 3rd start in the last 11.
Tech's leadoff hitter Mackenzie Herzog. And Herzog with a fly ball left center field. The ballpark will hold it. And Cheyenne Factors.
Top of this lineup against the lefty.
Well, these have been the best hitters for Texas Tech. Freshman from Katy, Texas. Perhaps the front runner for freshman of the year in the Big 12 as she pops it up. Right side and dealing with the wind, Well, you look at what Maxwell has put together here. This is her 16th, 171, and about 105 innings of work. And, well, Villa drops the elbow in a routine play for Factor. So,
leading off the top of the second for the Cowgirls, number 26, Morgan Wynn.
Or in true road games this season. This is part of a 7-game road trip. We mentioned earlier they've only scored 7 times over their last 5. Out to right center field, hit well, and it's off the base of the fence. Recovered by.
And as we mentioned, this is where offenses come to thrive. In on a Saturday morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. This coach at Florida, and just waiting for them to crack through. You thought last year might be the year.
Well, Kendall Fritz has her first strikeout today.
But Chris, the 7-8-9 for this Oklahoma State team, a big drop-off has been a cakewalk for the Sooners.
In the air, and it drops in front of Ariana Villa. 8th game, but her first start, just 16 at-bats this year. She's got 4 hits. At the corners with 1 out. And a pop-up, foul territory. Catch made, Abby Orick.
Is nervous, force them to leave their comfort zone, and that's exactly what Fritz did.
Taylor Tuck, the starting catcher, on a first pitch swing. It's Abby Orick, and it's the final out of the inning. Kendall Fritz dances out of hits in the top of the second, but a nice job done by Kendall Fritz.
To be the at-bats that Texas Tech looks back on in film. How deep can you
work the count full here to start the home half of the second, and she goes down swinging. First strikeout for Kelly Maxwell. Yeah, just 36 home runs all of last season for Texas Tech. And Maxwell gets her swinging. So back-to-back punch-outs for Kelly. It'd be hard not to pick a pitcher.
Yeah, I think teammate is taking away votes. And what Jordy Ball has done this year.
2-2. And Kelly Maxwell strikes out the side in the last half of the second. Both start.
Texas Tech battling for the 75th time all-time. Fly ball to right field, and Edwards is that outstanding .467 batting average. She's reached in every 22 season where she was named 3rd team at-large shortstop as Becker goes the other way with depth, and it bounces off the wall. Oklahoma State from down the lineup to the 2nd spot. She picked up a key RBI single, getting the call. Another 3-2 from Fritz. This one's low and outside, and well, neither portion of the inner or outer half gets the call into this at-bat. With 20 balls thrown, Kendall Fritz, she did strike out State with multiple base runners. First pitch swinging, Naomi deep into foul territory. Blythe able to fight the wind and make the catch for out number 2.
And she did.
So the hitting woes continue for Naomi.
Veteran, 6th college season.
2-1 pitch, roped out towards left. This might have the distance, and it does! A line drive home run for Morgan Wynn in Oklahoma State.
I mentioned they don't hit a ton of home runs. Just their four girls cash in with base runners, and they do it in a big way.
Off the first pitch. Factor struck out swinging in her first at-bat. On base percentage and hits as Factor able to generate another. Her 45th hit of the season. Continued has you a little flummoxed. Looks a little similar to something we saw early in the inning against her arm nearly a dozen times this year. Wark waits on it and drives it deep to left center. Add another home, girls. It's 5-0. For Michaela Wark, the freshman.
Again, Kendall Fritz, that is a mistake pitch.
More of the same of this roller coaster career for Kendall Fritz. But here in the third inning, 2 home runs allowed. And now Tim on a dart to center finds the glove of Ariana Villa, sending us to the watching with confidence. You're one of the best pitchers in the nation. But what's the mindset now that you see
5 runs is more than plenty, but Texas Tech, they'll try and change that as they've got their first base runner.
Elder on a healthy hack on third baseman, missed half the season this year with a minor injury, and you see her
here against Maxwell to exhaust some pitches before the top of the order, and that will help. Takes you out of the ground ball double play possibility, gives you a chance with runners in.
Is on a 5-game losing streak, their worst in 5 seasons, as Maxwell picks up her 4th strikeout.
Played for the Red Raiders, number 11,
3
Abby.
fly ball outs in the first inning. She's now retired. Net you your first run.
1-2 off of the right side of Maxwell's body, and it's an infield single for Orrick.
Kelly Maxwell.
Herzog.
You don't necessarily need a hit here to bring home a run, but
Of pitching, she struggled against this lineup, but Kelly Maxwell continues to slice and dice. Her 5th strikeout, the biggest today. That our producer Matthew Bird dug up for us here this week.
take pitches the opposite way.
1-0 pitch popped up, in play, potentially for Tuck, and she'll make the catch. Maxwell, us to the 4th, still 5-0 Cowgirls.
Red Raiders have the third, no runs.
Couple times against Baylor,
Leading up the top of the 4th for the
5
Cowgirls,
runs
number
spread
4,
across
Taylor
4 innings.
Tuck.
Style pitcher here on the bump to the 8-9-1 is the catcher Taylor Tuck swings at the first pitch. Ranging to her right, what a play made by the shortstop. Is in at Southmore High School, signed with Oklahoma State as a 17-year-old.
Motivation of trying to win a conference championship, already having it wrapped up. The 1 seed in the conference tournament wrapped up. I don't think there's much doubt that they'll be the 1 seed.
Goff's spray chart last inning. Take a look at that, 50%. Here with Carwile and then Naomi due up as the 2-2 pitch is roped out into shallow left center field and drops in front of Villa. And with Texas Tech playing a no, Naomi who flew out, and then Morgan Wynn delivered the 3-run home run to give Oklahoma 12 o'clock. 2-2 again, squib to the right side. Tough play for Barraza, and she gets it in time. An underhanded flip in a way for Oklahoma State. This feels like a palate cleanser between.
Run for the Cowgirls to come across.
2-2 pitch popped up, shallow left center, called and caught by Orrick. So Oklahoma State, 28 years removed. They're just a couple runs or a couple innings away from doing so here.
At Texas Tech, you don't know if you'll get another opportunity such as that in this game.
Strikeout numbers. Not a bad stat line for the super senior.
Chance to get on base, we've seen that a couple times.
3-2 is taken low, and Texas Tech works their first walk against Maxwell. Player of the year on this team is Alana Barraza, who had worked her way in. Texas Tech hoping to avoid that thought as Barraza pokes one the other way. Falls in front of the center fielder Factor, and station to station goes Rawls.
As elevated as it was, you've gotten a lot of swings and misses on those pitches that have dove.
Speed on the base paths with Rawls and Barraza on a 3-2 pitch to Blythe. It's her 7th strikeout. Maxwell has clutched through the 3-4 hole. First base runner of the game back in the 3rd inning. Numbers. However, frozen at the plate is Elder.
Coming up in the college softball season,
Number 26, Morgan
Champ
Wynn.
Week, the Big 12 tournament. Base hits for the Cowgirl DP. A 3-run home.
Was in Gainesville.
Pop up on the infield. Barraza squeezes.
That was in Oklahoma State.
Factor, the senior from Yukon, Oklahoma, enjoying her first college softball head coaching gig. Looped into center field, and it's the second hit for Factor.
Yeah, let's not mention that he's...
Warwick has had a big day, a single her first time, followed by a low and inside. Gets away from Wyckoff, allowing Factor to advance to second.
A couple options. I think maybe Lexi Kilfoyle.
Into center field, and a sliding catch made by Villa. Factor tags, here comes the throw.
And you've got one thing in mind right now, and that's to keep this deficit at 7.
In the air, struck well, left center field, and off the wall. So there it is. Rain still responsible for the runner at second base. 7-0 Oklahoma State. Craig Snyder.
Off season, but according to head coach Paige Cassidy, she needs to execute
The count to 2-2. Pop up into foul territory, and a nice twisting catch made by Riley Love as she holds.
On base.
And that will end the inning. Oklahoma State gets another at 7-0
Red Raider
Cowgirls.
band this time, leading off the
Went
bottom of
all the way to the
fifth,
Women's
Red
College
Raiders,
World
number
Series
5, Riley
for a third.
Love.
25 tells you what the pundits think about the Big 12 in softball. Has fallen behind. And that's ball 4. So a leadoff base runner to open up the home half of the 5th. Shade off
Now
of
batting for the Red
Maxwell.
Raiders, number 11, Abby Orick.
But then there's the other way where this lineup is still dangerous, and you want your best pitcher to get out there and just secure the shot.
Two players that have been around for a while. Both have accomplished. In on the hands, out to shallow right. And the catch made. 2 outs.
Kaylee Wyckoff.
But you know, if that ball drops,
High school in Katy, Texas. Wiggled out of her national letter of intent. Now here at Texas Tech, with Kelly Maxwell has retired her
season like they usually do and are expected to do once again.
Bounce towards the right side, and Barraza throws out Edwards. So good.
For the Cowgirls.
Just
5,
another day in the office for Rachel
Tyler
Becker.
Naomi.
All 48 games in a Cowgirl uniform, and watch out as that one comes up and inside and buzzes. Just the second time all season, Becker. 1-ball, 1-strike count, and that one almost hit her as it sails up over her head, and Becker with the wherewithal to take second base. It'll go down as a steal for Becker. Now bouncing ball, base hit right field. Becker can fly. Here comes the throw. It's cut off by Bailey.
Carlin, who isn't really a strikeout from chirping.
Crushed to deep left. This one is gone. Naomi hits her team-leading 10th home run of the season.
And Chris, this is where coaches can get frustrated. That's exactly what Texas Tech's dugout is frustrated with right now.
Third straight season for the third time in program history. There's strike 3 swinging. Wyckoff will need to complete it, and she does. 2 outs. In on the hands and popped up. Abby Orick, the shortstop, squeezes, and that'll do it for the top half.
Hitting off the bottom of the 6th, 0-0 Ariana Villa.
A new pitcher for Oklahoma. Spent the previous 2 seasons at Vaught Tech with a really good Hokies program, and gets Ariana Villa on a ground ball. Just Herzog, Wyckoff, and Villa have been reaching base at.
Picked up a win over Baylor. Looking for another marquee victory here for Craig Snyder. Trying to
miss one of the 3 hits. Line drive to second, and it gets away. Bailey able to get back. That gets away, and Bailey advances to second. Hit the other way, and Peyton Blythe splits the gap. No shutout here, and it's 10-1.
Piece of hitting, Chris, and what a clutch moment there to just give your team, your fans who have...
She's had a lot of those this season. Up the middle, a base hit for Demi Elder. Blythe will be stopped at third as factor thing. Texas Tech, they've given themselves a little bit of confidence ahead of game 2. And there's strike 3 swinging. This game is over. 7th-ranked Oklahoma State snaps a 5ers.
Red Raider fans, we invite you to stick
First
around
pitch
for
in
the
game
next game
2,
that will
about a
start
half
in
hour from now. Hope
approximately
you'll join
30
us
minutes.
on the Big 12 Now on ESPN.